Please do not swear. However, if you do, we apologise in advance.
I won't swear. I've got children. That's a given. You have a button that you switch.
Love it. Well, switch that button on for now.
It's switched.
If it comes out, you know, who knows?
It won't.
But really, I do these Let's Be Honest chats to connect everybody, really, and just allow people to see that everybody in this industry is all out to do the same thing. We're all the same. We're all brilliant human beings that just want to create, play, and make magic, right? And I think a lot of our followers sometimes feel like it's so far away. And, you know, they're all professional performers, or they're training to be a performer. And someone like you for them, and myself, you know, it's amazing to have this opportunity to just chat, get to know you. And for me, it's all about just breaking down those barriers and being honest and stripping a bit of the BS, if you know what I mean, Mazz.
I mean, I am worried that you want me to be honest.
Well, we can, you know.
Honest. No, listen, I will. I'm open. I'll answer any question.
I know, I love it. Listen, for anyone that doesn't know, Mazz and I did Sunset Boulevard together last year, and I feel so lucky to have been asked to do that show, because for me, watching you play Norma Desmond was a highlight of my 2021, Mazz.
Oh, shush.
You've seen my face in the video. I'm literally just like, I wasn't even acting. It was absolutely unbelievable, and it inspired me in so many ways. It made me want to play that role in a few years' time. And
well handled.
Diplomatic.
When I'm 62, I'd love to play that as well. Yes.
Oh, shut up. Well, no, you were quite young for the role, really, weren't you? But you smashed it.
No, I'm not young for it.
Are you not? Talk to me about that then.
Okay, so basically, when you look back as when silent movies were being made, all the ingenue were 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, you're getting a bit, 22, you should be getting married, 23, you're done. Married,
right?
Kids, probably. You know, we're talking back in the 20s and the 30s, right? So if Norma Desmond was maximum 23, 24 when she finished, even 25. In the script, it says 20 years ago. So you're talking 45.
Interesting. So actually, Ramin, he was too old.
Does it mention Joe Gillis's age?
I'm only teasing. I mean,
how old is Ramin now? 50? He can take it. He can take it.
Listen, he's on Broadway at the moment doing funny girl, so it's fine. He's fine.
Having a salad.
But listen, you did do an incredible job of it, and it inspired me in so many ways, and it actually, I didn't expect it to. So I went into that job thinking, lovely, bit of nice extra money, Royal Albert Hall, incredible.
Oh, did you get paid? I mean, today's a hoot already. It was. We were all so lucky to be asked to do it.
Right, and it genuinely did just tick so many more boxes than I expected it would. And when I stood on that stage, and I know you've been on that stage before, with your lovely sister, which we will get onto in a minute, but it did take my breath away. And then having you then sing in my face and act that role in my face with everybody else who was just gorgeous in that show, it was a gift.
Well, do you know what's really weird? Thank you so much for those compliments, because it was so quick, wasn't it? You know, it was
quick.
It's so quick. And I described it as it was like a wedding day.
Yes, I remember you saying this.
It was like high stress, high excitement, and then over. With, you know, a lot of prep, because of course when it all started we were in COVID, so it was months, you know, to get it off the ground, and I think we cancelled it 2 or 3 times, but I have never seen the show. I knew nothing about it. So when Alex Parker said to me, I'd really like you know, to play Norma Desmond, I was like, oh, can I do that? And he went, do you not know it? And I went, I mean, I knew Sunset Boulevard, you know, that.
Yeah.
I've never seen it. I've never seen the show, so I watched the film, and that was my only research, was the film.
Amazing.
And I just took what I needed sort of from that, because there's no footage of the show, and I'd never seen it. So, I mean, thank God I didn't, because, you know, you can't, you watch masters like Patti LuPone and Glenn Close, and I mean, you know, they're masters, Elaine Page. So I'm quite pleased in a way that I didn't do that, because I think that would have like majorly freaked me out.
Well, you did a fantastic job. And I have to say, I just had a flashback to one of my favourite, probably stagiest moments of my life, which was when we were practicing the bows.
Oh God.
And you were,
what did I say?
You were walking down the middle of the stage, and you started going like this to me, and I was like, what does she want? I don't understand. What does she want? And you had Hannah Waddingham on FaceTime.
Yeah.
And you were
well, because she wasn't able to.
She was in New York, wasn't she?
She was probably having dinner with the Obamas. I've got no idea. I mean, every time I speak to her, like, it gets better and better and better and better. But yeah, she's smashing it. Called me.
Yeah, she called you to, which was beautiful. And, you know, and you were like, Hannah's on the phone, come and say hi. And it was just a really lovely moment for me, because I thought, oh my God, all my worlds are colliding here. Like, Hannah was like a big sister to me in Wizard of Oz. She really took me under her wing and sort of saw something in me at such a young age, and sort of said, you know, you've got to stick with to your, you know, stick with this, Kels. And she gave me some really great advice, and seeing her soar has just been amazing. And then,
hasn't it,
meeting you, who I also consider to, you know, someone in this industry who I admire and look up to, and having those worlds collide on the Royal Albert Hall stage, I was just like, what is my life right now? It was just beautiful.
And me ignoring the entire call for the bows.
Yeah, because I was like, I'm not sure I should go over there right now, but how can I not? It was lovely. No, it was all very casual, wasn't it? It was fine. But anyway, moving on from Sunset Boulevard, because we could talk about that all night, because it was just gorgeous having that 40-piece orchestra, beautiful cast.
Look at all the hearts floating.
Yes, sorry, I need to acknowledge everybody that's tuning in. Hello, everybody. Listen, if you have any questions for us, myself or Mazz, both of us, please do comment in the boxes, because we will do our best to answer them at the end.
Are there boxes?
There are boxes.
Where are the boxes?
At the bottom, people can comment. So please, I really encourage you all to sort of get as involved with us as possible. If you have any questions, ask away. Now listen, Mazz, lots of people here will be following you because of your amazing contribution to We Will Rock You as Killer Queen. Now, you took over from the incredible Sharon D. Clarke, right? And still to this day are the longest running member that's been in We Will Rock You. How did that shape your career in your life?
So, do you know the actual story of how I got to do it?
No, talk to me about it. Share the story.
Well, I'll minimize it because it's forever. But basically, I auditioned for it and got kicked out quite early on, which happened mostly. I was like,
happens to the best of us.
Yeah, so I left there like, I don't want it anyway. It's like last. So it's fine. Anyway, so that was that. And then just before, so you're talking maybe 4 days before the first preview, they were having a rejig, shall we say, with a few cast members, and one of them left. And that lady was covering the Killer Queen. So they held an emergency audition for people that could sing all the Killer Queen stuff. So we were asked to go to the Dominion to meet Brian May and Roger Taylor and Ben Elton and Arlene Phillips up in the we were up in the bar, and we had to prepare a Queen song, which is what we all did. So me, along with lots of other girls, went up there, and I didn't know a Queen song, so I sang an Elvis song. And as I started, I said, yes, I'm going to be singing this. And they were like, we asked for a Queen song. And I went, I know, but this is the King. So,
right. And in that moment, you booked the job.
Well, I don't know about that. But in that moment, Ben Elton was like, ow, ow. So we just had a laugh, basically. I did my best Elvis impression. I think they got me to do Killer Queen Walks Warily Down the Street because it was really low. And I think they were finding it hard to find girls that could sing that low. So I did a few Killer Queen Walks Warily Down the Street, and that was that. And then they said, can you start on Monday?
Oh my God, incredible.
And I learnt the show in 2 days in the stairwell at the Dominion. Lucy Pankhurst taught me the whole thing with a cane as a yappy.
God.
And that was it. And
Isn't
I didn't
it
go
mad?
on. Sharon never went off. So the first time I ever did
Sharon.
no, she was brilliant. I mean, it's that for me was the dream, because I didn't want to understudy. I was like, oh God. And they were like, don't worry, she never goes off. And anyway, she didn't ever go off. So the only time I ever did it was her mother's. It was like a very big birthday of her mum. So she was unable to do Party in the Park for Capital FM for 120,000 people at Hyde Park. And that was my debut.
Oh my, what an amazing story, Mazz.
So that was it, really. That's what happened. And then I left and came back to play it. And never left, because why would I?
Why would you in a role like that, and in a show like that, and a team like that? I want to talk about something that you mentioned there, and for specifically the people that follow Prep Your Rep and anyone that is working in the industry.
Why did I stay so long?
No.
Oh, because everyone told me to leave.
No, I'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
But whoever's auditioning, is how important it is to just be yourself and to relax in the room and not feel like you have to tick every single box when it comes to auditioning.
I know, and it's all very well me sitting here playing Donna Sheridan, being all cocky about auditions. However, the main thing, right, and we were talking about this the other day, the main thing that I think about when I audition is, if I walk in that room, there is a row of people that have got a lot of money in something. If it's not their money, it's their boss's money. You as the auditionee have to walk in that room and basically say to them, your money is safe.
I love that. Your money is safe.
That is it. This is a business. If you know, they're starting a new show and it's costing 10 million quid and you're walking in like an amateur, no one's going to give you the 10 million quid or invest in that.
Yeah,
so you
I
have
love
to
that.
remember, it's not about who's next to you, what they're wearing, what they've done, where they've been. It's not actually about that. It's about making the panel feel secure that you've got this.
100%.
Now, I know that's easier said than done, but if you take the emotion out of it, that is basically, for me, that's the bottom line.
100%, Mazz. And I just think we've got to start enjoying them a little bit more and take control over the room a little bit more, right? Which is exactly what you did. You took control of the room, you had a laugh, you were yourself, and you stripped back the emotion. And I think that is really important. It is difficult, it's something we have to work on, but you are absolutely right. And now going back to what you were saying, why did you stay so long? I mean, in my head, I'm like, well, if you want a family and you want to secure a stable kind of income and all that stuff, that's where my head goes. But what was your story behind it?
Oh my God, I wasn't even thinking about a stable income and a family. I was just thinking, well, what would I leave to do? I mean, I don't even walk on stage. I come through the floor. I don't even walk off stage. I'm lowered. Everything I wear is made for me, so everything fits.
Yeah,
which is unusual in show business.
Right, I know as well.
The songs are the finest ever. I had the most incredible room on the 4th floor at the Dominion, a suite, which was adjoining to Alex Bourne. It was like a London pad. And I just thought, what am I? And it was like, you're going to be pigeonholed, you're going to be stereotyped. And I just thought, is it the end of the world to be stereotyped or pigeonholed? I don't really think. I mean, if anybody actually really believes that I am the cyber queen of the world, so be it. But really, I just totally thought, I'm not going to better this.
I love that.
And I was also at an age group where, you know, I went in that building at 27.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
And I left
so young.
And I left at 37. I did my last show when I was 37. So I went in there single and, you know, full of the joys of spring, and left married, not the duff.
Oh my God, incredible.
But I don't know what else, because that middle age group for us, so when you're leaving that ingenue age that sort of young lead age, and you're not quite the funny role, and you're not quite the older lead. It's weird. It's weird. So I just thought, well, what am I leaving to do? And
so when are they casting the next We Will Rock You? Because if you went in single and came out with a family and kids, I'd be quite up for it, to be honest, Mazz.
Go for it. It was just the most amazing 10 years of my life. It was. They were the most incredible producers to work for. They're creatives, so it wasn't handled in the same way as most shows. You know, it was done with heart. I remember saying to Brooke, well, it wasn't me, it was Hannah Jane Fox and all of us and Kerry Ellis. We used to do back-to-backs on a Friday, and we were like, we can't sing like that full pelt for what was ending up being 7 hours solidly. I just don't think we can do it. And they just went, no, quite right. No, we won't do them.
Oh my God, are you joking? Like so they actually listened.
I was like, wow, we should have said it about Mondays as well, you know. So yeah, they really listened, and they really, you know, we were given our notice. The show was dying a death, and we were given our notice. And then Brian was asked to play on the roof at Buckingham Palace for the Queen's Jubilee. And he said,
opportunities that came with this job, Mazz.
No, but he was asked to do it, and he said, I'll do it if you let my cast play with us on stage, because they've all just lost their jobs. They've been given their notice, and they agreed it. We went on stage. It was anarchy. It was live, and we never looked back. We were sold out the next day.
Isn't it amazing when teams like that well and truly care about the well-being and mental health of the cast? He knew in that moment that, yes, we've just finished this contract, but this, if I can get them in this, that will help, you know, that will help with their mental health, that will help with their well-being. I think that's really important, and it's so lovely to hear that it was happening successfully in such a big show. Was Stuart Morley your MD?
Not then. He was my MD. I lived through quite a few.
Yeah,
but he was the MD when I left.
Oh right, okay,
but you know, I was there right at the beginning when it was very rock and roll and total carnage, and I used to conduct Act 2.
Are you joking?
No,
that's fantastic.
I mean, I don't even have to do it as a secret, because if any of the audience had turned around, I was on the monitor as Killer Queen conducting the band.
I mean, that is epic. That is iconic, Mazz.
I was off stage. I was off stage for 45 minutes, so I literally became the janitor. I was walking around like, oh, there's a light bulb out on floor 3.
I can imagine it. I can imagine it.
Yeah.
I just love that. Have you got a ghost in your dressing room, by the way? Because that light keeps coming on in the bathroom.
Okay, I'll tell you about this.
Because it's.
Don't get me wrong. So Karen McIntosh, I'm so grateful for my beautiful refurb and my amazing shower. However, I'm in there for 5 seconds and the light goes out. And I have to put my arm out and then it goes back on again. It's on a timer.
Right.
I know this is so boring. This content, guys. Wow. Yeah. I'll shut the door.
No, it's all right. I was just thinking, is that building haunted? Because, you know, that would make a great story. That would make a great story. Mazz, I'm going to move on because I'm really aware of your time tonight, and I know you've got a show tonight, so I don't want to take too much of your time this evening.
They'll wait.
But
don't worry.
They will wait. Listen, this woman conducts shows in the middle of being, you know, the lead. Worse things have happened. So I want to talk to you about your band that you created alongside your sister, Woman.
Yay!
Because I mean, what an amazing thing to do. What I love about your career, Mazz, is that you've obviously done so many beautiful, wonderful roles, and then sort of down the real sort of concert route, right? And made a living out of that alongside being an actor, right? And where did Woman come from? Was it your idea with your sister? I know you're a real girl's girl, and I know you've got your ride or dies, you know, in your life, which mean the world to you, including your sister Gina. But yeah, where did that come from?
Woman came around because I think I was having my hair washed, and it came on the radio.
Right.
And in my head, I did an entire rock arrangement for it. And I was like, because the song is from Smoky Joe's Cafe that I was in with Hannah. So I called Hannah. I was like, I have this really good idea that we do like a rock version of I'm a Woman. I said, oh, I'll ask Brian, because I've had a really good idea. So rather than having boo, 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 it could go bam, bam, now. Anyway, so I called Brian. I said, I've had this idea. And I think, you know, I'll get some women together and we'll do it. But we'll do like a rock version of it, because my dearest friend, Rebecca Gibbs, had just been diagnosed with breast cancer. And I was like, why don't we do it for her, you know, for women? He then sent me a demo and my chin hit the floor. And Woman was born. And we did it at I basically got a hold of Gloria Hunniford's phone number. This is shocking. And I called her up and I said, you're doing a thing for Rocktober at the Royal Albert Hall for breast cancer. Please, can my band do our song there? And she said, I told her the story, and she said, yeah, of course you can. She said, but will Brian May play? And I was like, of course he will.
Shit. She's like that, Brian. Brian, I've got a favour.
You just swore. See, I told you I wouldn't. So I called Brian.
Is that what your kids say when you accidentally say that? You just swore, Mum.
I had an argument with my mum on the phone once, and my youngest son wrote down every swear word that I said and then showed it to me. I went, that's what you just said.
I love it.
Anyway, so I rang Brian.
Anyway,
I said, I rang Brian and I just said, you have to play with us. And so he said, all right then. So we did, right? So the next day, so we did it. It was amazing. The next day, Woman magazine called me for an interview and said, I was at the Royal Albert Hall last night. I really loved your band. What's the band called? And I was like, Woman.
No, is that how it came about?
Yeah, because it was Woman magazine. And that was the last thing.
I love it.
It's the only thing I could think of. Gina's always said to me, thank God it wasn't Nuts magazine. Horse and Hound. Lovely. Yeah. That's how it came about.
Sometimes we just need to keep it simple, don't we? Not overthink.
And I do think, as someone that does do concerts and things like that, it's quite lonely to do concerts.
Yeah.
But when you're traveling with, like we did, we supported Earth, Wind and Fire on tour. I mean, you're with your mates.
Yeah.
Being idiots.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Regressing.
Like, that's what you dream of, isn't it? Just doing what you love with friends and with great music. I mean, it's amazing. It really is incredible. And speaking of, you know, women and strong women, actually just going up here, one of our lovely listeners was sat behind Gloria at Sunset Boulevard. She must have come and watched.
I love her. She's wonderful.
How lovely.
She's amazing.
Which women in your life have sort of inspired you, Mazz? Whether that's creatives, you know, artists.
Well, my mum for sure, because my mum did what I do. My mum was in this building playing Four-Line Cost in a cabaret when Wayne Sleep was MC.
Gosh, stop it.
And so
I was
upstairs,
isn't it?
Yeah, I was upstairs at 10 years old with all the girls that were playing Nazi hookers, and they used to just make me up all night long. And I'd literally leave like a drag queen, thinking I was like amazing, thinking people thought I was in the show. So that was my beginnings. And then my mum was in 42nd Street at Drury Lane over there when I was 9. So I watched her. I wanted to be her, you know, and her best friend was Georgia Brown, who was the original Nancy in Oliver. If none of you have ever heard Georgia Brown sing, Google her singing As Long As He Needs Me. She is, I mean, and she was the real McCoy. She was old East End Jewish girl, absolutely brassy, sensational bird. And I was about 9 years old, and my sister and I would hang out with her, and she was Norma Desmond.
Stop it!
She lived in Beverly Hills. She wore caftans. She wore wraps around her head, and she had that amazing sort of, you know, I've lived in America, but I'm actually English. So it was like a really. She was brilliant. Gina and I just thought she was it. So between her and my mum and my sister, and obviously, you know, I've surrounded myself by women that are better than me. Always. I've always been attracted to be friends with people that I just go, God, you're incredible. So, you know, Hannah Waddingham, Kerry Ella, all of them. I mean, I don't want to name them because Anna Jane Casey, all these people inspire me because they are magic. Not everybody is everybody's taste, but they're absolutely worth the ticket price, whether they're your bag or not.
I love that. I love that so much.
They are perfect at what they do.
No, it's beautiful and it's amazing.
They are perfect at what they do.
Absolutely, I agree with you, and I think surrounding yourself with people that inspire you is so important. And I think we forget to check ourselves with that sometimes, because that can change throughout time, right? And sometimes the people that once used to inspire us and used to lift us up as human beings as well, they can kind of die out with time, right? And it doesn't mean that time in your life is any less important or special to you, but I think it's good to check in with who those people are. And equally, you can have the ones that you've got since you were a child, like you and Hannah, like me and my best friend Amy from home, and my school friends from home. Like, they're still with me, but I have had people in my life that I have to kind of consciously step back from, because I'm not getting that feeling that, you know, I think we all need, especially
they just become a nightmare.
Well, yeah,
we've all had mates that become nightmares. It's really hard to shrug them off as well. But it's worth the effort too, because some people just blooming zap you.
We don't want that.
No,
we don't want any of that.
No.
You got really excited about Georgia Brown then, and you mentioned that obviously she's this powerhouse Jewish woman. Now, I know you're obviously from a Jewish family, and I know how important that is to you. What have you learned from that, and what do you bring to your everyday being a Jewish woman from a Jewish family?
Only food. It is. We're very similar to the Greeks and the Italians, that if you're having a very bad day, it's like, you know, let's just eat. Let's just have a really lovely dinner. And then if you're having a really good day, let's all go out for dinner. So it just comes back to that. I mean, I watch all my contemporaries. It's awful, isn't it? Going, oh yeah, just did the 5K. I mean, not a chance. I don't think I've ever been for a run.
That's all right then, Mazz. You managed to keep fit.
If I'm late,
jog.
If I'm late, I'll walk really fast. It could be a trot. No, I don't know. And then, you know, I went to the gym once because my sister was like, "You'll love it. You'll feel good. It's endorphins. You'll feel great." And I went. I was just like, I don't feel great. I feel exhausted. No, it was on the bike. You know, what do you call it?
Yeah.
Spinning.
Peloton. Spinning.
Well, is it me or are those saddles? Absolutely. I was like, is no one else feeling what I'm feeling here? It's awful. It was like,
so where do you get your endorphins, Mazz? Where do you get your dopamine and endorphin hits? If it's PC right now.
I'll show you.
So excited.
They are.
Red Bull. Sponsored by Red Bull.
I don't know. I don't know.
Actually in you, aren't they?
Well, yeah. I don't know. I've never been obsessed with things. I mean, I should do, shouldn't I? But it's never appealed to me.
I don't think there's ever a should. I don't think we should have to do anything. I think should is such a dangerous
appeal to
word.
Me.
Yeah.
If I, do you know when I have done a 5K? I'm sure when I go shopping.
Clothes or food? Food.
No, clothes. Okay. I reckon I've done a marathon at Selfridges. I've easily done 26 miles there.
Brilliant.
Easy.
So you like buying stuff. I go through stages of getting real dopamine hits from buying stuff.
I don't even need to buy it.
No, me too.
I just need to have a look at it, hold it, smell it, put it back. I love it.
I do as well.
I mean, I know it's awful, but yeah, buying things does really do it for me.
I can feel you. I really have to rein it in because obviously, you know.
more than people buying me stuff. That doesn't do it for me, because I'm really choosy.
Yeah.
About everything. In fact, I get, the minute somebody goes, "I've got something for you, you're going to love it," I go, "Oh, I won't. I won't."
Brilliant. Well, guys, don't buy Mazz anything. Just Selfridges vouchers.
Selfridges vouchers, sugar-free Red Bull, and salt and vinegar squares. Thank you.
Listen, you talked about food being a big part of your life. Now, am I right in thinking you ran a restaurant with your partner?
I didn't run it. No, I was banned.
You were banned.
I was banned from being anywhere near it.
Right.
Yeah.
But
it
was a big part of your life, right?
Yeah, it is a family business, but it is really nothing to do with me. I'm not built for customer service, I found.
Brilliant. So
I mean, I named things on the menu, like chili bang bang, for example. But then somebody will send it back and go, "I don't like chili," and I want to kill them.
Right.
So my husband was like, "You can't be here." I was like, "I know. I just need to go and sing songs." So I was banned. Yeah.
Brilliant.
But I worked in a bakery, and I worked in restaurants growing up, and I've worked in hair salons, and I've done loads of jobs, actually. Not as many as my sister Gina, who I have to say has done every single thing going.
Yeah, I feel like I could match her, actually.
Like, if you said, "Were you ever dressed as a banana at Euston Station?" Yeah, I did that. Yeah, I did that. Yeah.
But then she's also like, but then I've also sang on the Royal Albert Hall stage, so you know, balances out, doesn't it?
She's amazing. She's really tough, my sister. She's cool.
I love that you're so tight, because it's hard, you know, being in the same industry as your sis and your family. You know, you were born from a creative family. Your mum did it. Your dad's a singer-songwriter. Yeah. Like that must be quite a lot as well. I mean, it's all you know, so you don't know anything different, obviously. But it's still a lot to manage, right?
Yeah, my dad, who was a really successful songwriter, doesn't like musicals.
Does he?
No. And he absolutely hates opera.
Right.
And one of my favourite stories was my sister's son was in an opera at the Colosseum, and my dad and I went. We had to. He's my nephew, and we went. And as we sat down, my dad looked at me, and because the orchestra were, you know, doing the overture, and the overture stopped at the point where my dad went, "Oh God!"
I was about to say, I wonder where you get it from then, but I mean,
he just likes pop music, which is probably why most of the shows that I've been in have been jukebox
poppy rocky,
because then I don't feel like, oh my God, he's sitting there hating it.
Really? Do you bring your family to everything you do, or is it kind of like, if but it's a bit more casual, isn't it? Because it is, again, it's stressful.
It's stressful because most people have families that go, "You were absolutely," you know. Whereas my family go, "What were they doing with that lighting?" And
right,
mine is so sort of dissected which is amazing. It is brilliant.
Yeah,
but it's not quite the normal adulation. It's really constructive and incredibly helpful. But you know, we all adore each other. We're all really proud of each other, and we all really help each other as well.
Yeah, of course you do. Your family.
Yeah.
Talk to me about how when I met you, the thing that I felt most connected to you with was the fact that you loved your family, and your work-life balance, really. So talk to me about whether you consciously or subconsciously do stay on top of that, or whether it's just in your nature to separate work from life outside of the industry.
I was never maternal. I was never like, "Oh, I can't wait to have kids." I mean, I never had that.
Right.
But I knew that I wanted a family, and I knew that I wanted a future with children in it.
Right.
And I knew that I wanted to have somebody to dance with when I was old.
Oh,
I wanted to have somebody that goes, "Would you like to dance, Grandma?" or whatever. I knew I wanted that. So I was at my father's birthday party, and he was doing a speech, and he was being brilliant and witty and amazing. And I just thought, oh my God, my kids are never going to know how amazing my family are, because I'm going to have a baby now. I'm going to have a baby now, and my baby will be 10 by the time he's 70. I have to do it now. And that's when it changed. And I went home and I said to my husband, we have to have a baby now. I have to have a baby now. And I was already pregnant.
No.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a planned thing. It was just, it just happened at the right time.
It just happened. I'd allowed a year to get pregnant. It took me 5 days. I couldn't even tell him. I was like, oh my God. I totally talked him into it again. It's going to take ages. 5 days. But
I think sometimes
that's it. You can't plan it.
I was just about to say, and I think again, that's another message for everyone. Like, don't try to stick to your...
No, and it's never the right time. You know, I was the killer queen. It was not a good time. But it happened. And then when I wanted to have a second child, it didn't happen. I couldn't do it. I lost 2 babies, and I was kicking myself because I was like trying to keep this nice gap, thinking I could arrange it, and you can't arrange it. And the more I tried, you become obsessed. Everything you see, everything you hear, everywhere you look. It's like when you have a breakup, you only see people in love and happy.
Right.
It is. That's just life. That's just the way we're built, because that's what you sniff out. It's not the case. You know, it swings and roundabouts, and the truth is there is no right time. But you, as a woman, you do kind of have to book it in quite early doors. You do, and it's really well worth it. And all you need is a spare room for an au pair.
I love that.
That's it. That's all you need.
Nothing
That's all
else.
you need. If
Just
you want to go back
room.
to work, that's all you need, a spare room. Yeah.
Brilliant. And what do you do outside of the industry that sort of keeps you sane and sort of, I don't know, socializing? What's your thing? Is there anything, or is it just, I just like switching off, shutting up, seeing my boys grow up, and simplicity, right?
That I'm a real home bunny. I'm a real homebody. I like to make dinner. I really like hanging about. I'm really good at it. I'm really good at hanging about in loungewear.
which I think COVID allowed us all to do really well, right? I'm just going to turn the light up.
I know, and I just love it. I love hanging about. I've learned that I can't take on too much because I just can't do it.
Well, I
do tend to take too much on.
We spoke about this a little bit, didn't we, when I had my call with you? But I think boundaries in our life is so important, and I think the minute we start putting those in front of us and for ourselves, our life starts to change, because you genuinely start to switch off and have rest time and have this sort of space in between the hard work to just be and exist, and that's it.
And also relationships, either with your children, with your parents, with your friends, with your I felt the older I get, I've had to minimize that pool in order for them to feel worthy to them. I don't see my friends half as much as I used to, but I do anything for them.
Yeah, of course.
I'm one of those weird people that if somebody upsets my friend, they've upset me, and I know it's nothing to do with me. I don't know what it is. It's like it's territory. It's like it's territorial, and I sort of feel that, there's like that person that goes, well, they've actually always been lovely to me.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, but I've seen them be nasty. So
how can you undo that?
Yeah, which I know that that's not right. I'm sure you should judge as you find and blah, 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 blah. But I'm a bit weird like that.
I mean, each to their own. I think your loyalty, knows no bounds, and I think there's something really admirable about that. So I wouldn't say it. I don't think that's a negative, but it's
But I do think it's important to have a very fulfilled private life, because too many people I know have given this industry way too much of their soul.
Themselves.
Of their soul.
Agree.
Of their soul. It's a job. The house is now open. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen of Mamma Mia. Yes, too much of your soul. You can't.
I
You
agree.
can't. It's, you know, you are the product.
Yeah.
And I think you have got to be built a certain way, because you are going to be told. And even if you're not being told it, they're thinking it, but you are going to be measured up. You're the product. You're what's on the shelf. So
I think
yes.
I think that matter of factness that you have could really help a lot of people listening that want to go into this, because you're absolutely right. We are a product. It is a business. It's something we love. I think there has to be heart there, and there has to be passion and fire. But you're right. There has to be that fine, line where we don't give our soul, because inevitably that can just get ripped out of you if you do continue giving too much of it.
It's love. It's a love thing. And what I mean by that is, I've never been one of those people that when I don't get auditions, and I haven't got millions, I've never asked why. And the times that I've been dumped in my life, I've never asked why, because there is no why. It's just, if you want to hear it, it will be brutal. But the truth of it is, it just didn't happen.
100%.
It just didn't happen.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Right, you can be slim, you can be beautiful, you can be this, your hair can be perfect, you can sing, it can be perfect, but there just wasn't magic.
Well, we weren't aligning. That's all it is. I think what I'm starting to lean into, that's really helping me, is just search for the people that want you, and the people that don't want you in that moment, just get on with it and find the people that do. I remember the night before my final for Donna, I said to my husband, I don't want to go, I'm worried that I'm just going to be humiliated and rejected, and it's not for me. I don't want to put myself through it, because I already knew them, because I've been Tammy here. And he said, well, if you don't go, you won't get it. Well, this is it.
And I thought, well, I mean, no true words said. I was like, yeah, fair dues.
You've got to.
He was like, just go. Yes, no, who cares? Go.
Yeah.
And he actually sorted me out.
Sugar tits.
So you've sworn twice.
It's on my wall. I mean, we've literally. I've been here, and it was broad daylight outside, and now it's like pitch black outside nearly. So time is passing, Mazz. And before we go, I have got a quick fire round for you. But we've
literally been on Sunset. We have
watched the sunset tonight, and it's been beautiful as well. The weather makes such a difference. I'm going to answer. Well, we've got loads of questions here. We've got about 50 questions people have asked.
No, quick.
I know. What's your favourite song to sing in Mamma Mia? Go.
One of us is lonely. Oh, and Winner Takes It All, but I love
obviously.
Yeah.
More chaotic, you or Gina?
Chaotic?
Yeah.
Gina.
What's your hair routine?
My hair routine?
Yeah. Everyone's loving your
hair routine.
Sorry, my diction wasn't good enough.
I'm sorry, dear. I thought you were referring to my son and calling him a hair routine. My hair routine? I don't know. I wash it and blow dry it. I don't. Oh Christ, it's all gone off. No, I don't roll it. I blow it, but I've got a wave in my hair.
Beautiful.
And everyone goes, have you just been to a hairdresser? I'm like, no,
this is just me. I'm not like this.
And I don't like massages, and I don't like spas. Let's just put that out there. Can't bear it.
Brilliant. More brilliant info that we're learning about you by
Gina loves it. You could put pebbles on her. She loves all of it. I'm like, get off.
Get the seaweed off me.
Get off me.
We've got a really funny one here. If you and Guy Pilkington were in a wrestling match, who would win?
She's from Wigan. I am not getting in a wrestling match with someone from Wigan, because they'll bring in glass. All right.
Lovely Di. I'm just thinking about Lovely Di.
Because I said to her once, I do this stupid thing, and I know it's immature. Don't do it, please, people. But I pretend that they're late on stage. And I went, no, you're going to be on! Like that, in the wing. And she went, I will glass you. And I was like,
so it is actually...
there she is.
Yeah.
So it was a little bit WWE. Yeah, I was a little bit terrified. And I went, okay, won't be doing that again. Yeah.
Hardy Brothers.
So she'd kill me.
Brilliant. I love it. Right. Well, guys, I can't get through all your questions. We're going to do a quick fire round to finish off our beautiful session.
Yes, somebody just said, are you going to be in it to July? I can't read that quickly. Oh my God, my eyes are going.
Yeah, there's so many. There's loads on here, but are you going to be in it till July?
Yeah. October.
Amazing. Oh, amazing.
Yes.
It will be saved. For everyone that's asking, this live will be saved. Right. Mazz, are you ready for quick fire?
Yes.
Great. Okay. Favourite song to sing?
Ever? Winner Takes It All. Well, you've asked me. I don't know. I've had no time to think about it. Let's
That's
just
all
say
right.
that.
Let's just say that.
Okay.
Who would you love to duet with, dead or alive?
Dead or alive. Bon Jovi.
We can make that work.
I don't think he'll want to, but I'll buy him a sandwich.
Who's your ride or die at the moment?
Gina.
Oh. Most embarrassing moment
Gina.
on stage.
My most embarrassing moment on stage when I forgot the words in Don't Stop Me Now. Looking at Albon going, stop me! Yeah.
Brilliant.
I'm literally wrecking my voice.
Be careful. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Favorite food?
Ooh. What?
Square crisp.
My husband's cooking.
Oh, lovely hubby. 3 things that are always in your handbag. Well, we know your Dyson is.
No, that's never in my handbag.
Oh, okay. That's just in the theatre.
What's always in my handbag? Christ.
3 things always in your handbag.
Phone.
Headphones.
And sugar-free blackcurrant vocal zones.
Sugar-free blackcurrant vocal zones. Interesting. Lovely.
They're the best.
Best advice you've ever been given?
Don't forget to fall in love.
Don't forget to fall in love. Oh, Mazz, that's beautiful.
True.
Oh, I love that. Giving me hope. Speaking of love, worst date?
When he told me that showering once a day was a bit excessive. See ya. I'm not only, actually, that wasn't even my worst date. My worst date, oh, this is terrible. It was the kiss. And it was in the old, and it was in, and I'd waited so long for it. And it was in the old days when you sent a text, and I sent a text to my friend Shelley going, I waited so long for that kiss, and it was crap. And it went, sent.
The wrong person.
I sent it to him.
Him.
Yeah. Oh, well. I felt like going, haven't you watched a film? I mean, watch a film, look at a great kiss, do that.
Yeah, but I think we underestimate, we're so hypervigilant as actors, aren't we? Like, one of my favourite things to do is people watch and take in, like, just learn from people and humans. Some people just can't do that. They don't have the,
But it's kissing.
It's kissing. It's
Come
basic.
Come on.
Last one.
Yeah.
God,
I'm so near.
I know.
To the camera. No, I mean the camera.
Oh, no, God, so am I. Don't worry. Whatever. You're beautiful. Something on your bucket list that you've still not ticked off? Broadway. Let's make it happen, friends.
A regular in EastEnders and Broadway.
So you actually did EastEnders, didn't you? You did 2 episodes in EastEnders?
Yeah, but I've done it 3 times. But I want to be a regular. And now I won't be because I've said it.
No, don't believe in that. I think we can manifest. What family would you want to be with in EastEnders, or would you want to bring a new family in? A new family in. Can I be part of that family with you?
And you know what I want to run, don't you?
What do you want to run? A restaurant, a bar behind a bar. Yeah, I can see it. I reckon I could come in as a cousin or something for a couple of episodes.
Yes, absolutely. I'd like to be the new Angie, because Anita Dobson blew me away.
Yeah,
everyone's too young probably to remember it, but she was.
No, I do. I remember that because.
Oh my God! Because then I would have been Killer Queen, Dancing Queen, Queen Vic.
You can still be. These are bucket lists that you can still be.
I think my name should be Victoria in it, and then I would be Queen Vic.
Yeah. Let's
Vicky.
make it happen.
Vicky!
Vicky! Get out my pub, Vicky.
You've got to stop talking about it. Won't happen.
We'll make it happen. And
Write it and
Broadway,
post it.
what
Yeah.
show would you like that to be?
Either Sunset or Gypsy or Mamma Mia.
I think this can happen, Mazz.
I mean, I could just actually go to Broadway and stand on the sidewalk and do it, and then I've done it on Broadway.
Hey, listen, Ramin's out there at the moment. He's doing Funny Girl. Why don't we make it happen so that when that finishes, you're ready to go into Sunset?
Well, I'm funny. I'm a girl.
Or you could just go in that.
No. Yes. Or Hello Dolly. I'd love to do something like that as well.
Yeah, amazing.
Mazz, I don't know. I kind of feel like I'm just beginning. So
isn't that amazing as well?
I think everyone's like, get off, but
no, yeah. I think that's really inspiring. And for anyone, I get so many people, and honestly, the amount of people that come to Prep Your Rep and they're like, I just, I went to drama school quite late. I'm 25, and I'm like,
what?
You have no idea. There are so
you have no idea.
This life as an actor, we are telling stories of people who exist, and people who exist literally range from being newborn to on their deathbeds.
Anything. Never got a thing. I'm telling you, I was blooming relentless. I never got a thing. I was kicked out of everything.
When did that change for you, Mazz?
Bill Kenwright. Bill Kenwright really gave me my first gig. And
was that Fame?
No, my first gig was playing Patsy Cline. Because I sounded 42 and I was 20.
Yeah.
So and I just sang Crazy, I'm crazy by feeling, and it was just amazing, and I loved it. And yeah, I've never really thought about what's next. I've just gone through the door of opportunity and absolutely loved everything that I've done and thrown myself into it. I've never done it as a stepping stone.
Well, like you was when all you've got these people going, you should be leaving, we were happy, but you're going, no, I'm happy.
For?
Yeah.
What are you leaving to do?
Yeah, I love that.
No. Well, listen, that's how I live anyway. But I've had the most wonderful time doing things that I love, and there's been jobs that I thought, God, I really want that, and I'm right for that, and it's just not happened, and I've no idea why, but it's just not happened. And then other jobs, right. I just thought, I don't really fancy it, but all right, maybe I'll do it, and it's been the best thing. Go through the door of opportunity.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Mazz. I think we should leave on that beautiful quote. You've been amazing. Thank you for being so open and honest.
And I didn't unzip my all-in onesie. It's a thingy, what you call it, with legs.
It's a onesie.
Which are great until you need to do a wee, and then
They're brilliant. We had our cats ones like that in between shows. They're the best.
Oh, cats.
Yeah, cats.
I've never been in cats.
I'm surprised you haven't given it old Grisabella. I was thinking about that actually. I'd love to hear you do Grizz.
No, I haven't.
Amazing. Be amazing.
Yeah. You reckon?
Yeah, you'd love it as well. You would be going around checking the light bulbs every now and again though, because
it was a big break.
You have a big old break, yeah.
But you do nothing, and then you have to come on and go,
yeah,
out of the blue.
You have Remark the Cat moment, which is actually, I think, beautiful. You have the small memory at the end of Act 1, and then the big memory at the end of Act 2, and it is sensational. You also are actually Baby Grizz in the opening number with everyone. You do the opening number.
And do you have litter trays in your dressing room?
We do have litter trays, yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
And
you'll do like tiny little whoopsies in pebbles in the corner.
Now that is what you call a method actor.
Are you doing the warm-up? No, I'm just going to roll up a ball of wool and chase it.
Exactly that. Hi, Chloe. Lovely Chloe's here. Hope 6 is going well, mate.
Chloe! Oh, she's in 6.
She's a queen.
6.
Yeah. Playing queens with us here, guys. Listen, Mazz, you've got to go get ready for your show.
I think it started. I've loved it. Let's do it again.
Do it again. I think everyone else has as well. It's been
real and I want to just say really, really quickly, despite the fact that this industry at the moment is getting a battering in ways, we must not forget it is, in my world, the most fabulous place to be. Everybody that doesn't fit in belongs with us. Everybody belongs with us. Yeah. It's one of the most phenomenal societies to be part of. And thanks for joining. We are aware there are other providers of these, and you chose us. That's it. Have I got something in my teeth? Have I had things in my teeth for this whole thing?
No, you haven't at all. I love your glasses, by the way.
What the hell is this? This is like there's something about Murray. Let's put that down. Okay.
No, it's really gorgeous, and just thank you. And I think you've inspired so many people tonight by just chatting and being so bloody honest and sharing your stories with us.
You're wonderful. You're doing an amazing thing.
Thank you, Mazz. I feel really passionate about it. I just want to help as many people in this industry as possible, and create a space where we can continue our training, but also enjoy life outside of it, and find that happy balance of being the best person we can be, so that we are the best performer we can be. That's what it's all about for me.
And don't look to the side. Don't look at what your contemporaries are doing.
No, I do. I'm really trying to live in the moment and be present with my own stuff right now, and
be present. Be present. Do what the Americans do. Be relevant. Be relevant and be present.
Exactly that. But also, I'm excited. I'm at a point now, like where you said that funny age where it's kind of like, 30, I'm 34 this year. So casting's changed, but I'm excited. I feel like my path's just beginning again. It's really exciting.
Someone's knocking at the door. Who is that? Oh, it's Marcus Savage, my MD. Have I got notes? Say no, say no. No. I'm just finishing on a live thing. I'm so sorry. Hold on. I'm going to have to go.
You go get those notes.
We're about to start. Listen, love you all.
Mazz.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Bye, darling.
How do I leave?
You can just press the cross button.
The cross button. There
we go. Oh my God, what an amazing evening with the iconic Mazz Murray. Thank you to everyone for tuning in. And thanks for listening. What a woman. What a woman. And to any performers, if you're listening and you need a little extra help right now, please do follow us at Prep Your Rep. Get in touch. We've got so much to offer. One-on-ones, life coaching, rep revamp services. If you're writing off to agents or if you're changing agents, we can help you with that. We have motivational mornings and so much more. And we've got lots more, let's be honest, chats coming up over the next few weeks. And we will be continuing them throughout the year. So big love to you all. Stay in touch, reach out. And if we can ever help you, you know where we are. And keep just living the dream, being yourselves and, finding the light in life, move towards people that inspire you. And like Mazz said, just keep the door open for opportunity because you've all got this. And a huge has. Well, I think I just paused. Who has been just brilliant and so much fun. Big love and good night.